Hello and welcome to the first edition of Ask the Chief Exec, your opportunity to email questions to the PPA on a fortnightly basis. Paul, what's the process for rescheduling a fixture after abandonment?
Oh, get right in there with the chunky ones, why don't you? It's a straightforward process, but it's far more complicated than most people would realise. So you have a fixture for whatever reason they think they're not going to go ahead. The fixture secretary to begin with will get in touch with their area secretary. They'll have a chat looking at potential dates that might work for them. They will then get in touch with the PPSA, the Point to Point Secretaries Association, and they will look at how that will fit into the fixture schedule and the impact it might have on other fixtures that weekend. Depending on how that looks, there might be a wider consultation with fixtures running that weekend against them or neighbouring areas. At some point, hopefully, they come up with a decision. Yes, they can go. No, they can't go because it doesn't work. If they are going to go ahead, that will then come to me at the PPA. Before making the decision, I will run it past the BHA, although that tends to be a rubber stamp at that point. If everyone's happy, we will give it the go-ahead, and then it's fine. We would announce that nationally on the national website and across our socials. So although on face value it seems quite straightforward, it's very, very time consuming. People wouldn't believe how much time and how many people are involved in that process. I have to say, from everything I've seen so far, it is done very, very fairly. And the decisions at the end of the day are taken in the best interest of the national sport and the national fixture calendar. Next question.
What are the horse and rider numbers looking like compared to last year?
Pretty good overall, actually. So I've got some numbers here. So our hunt certs, we were doing really well until a couple of weeks ago. They have dipped slightly. We were well ahead of last year at the moment, and we get the figures on a Friday, so I'll get the new ones tomorrow. We're currently running at 895 hunt certs for this season compared to 939 for this time last season. So we're, 44 behind. I think part of the reason it might have slowed up in the last couple of weeks is the weather. People are just holding off because most hunt certs don't get registered now until close to entry date for that horse. So I'm relatively happy with that at the moment, given what's going on with the weather. Rider numbers holding up really well, so we're bang on the same amount as last year, 260 so far. But what is really good, which is the bit I'm really impressed to see and happy to see, is first year rider numbers are up hugely. So this time last year, 29 first year riders. This year at this time, 49. So there's obviously something working that we're attracting more and hopefully younger riders into the sport, and they'll bring a horse with them. So I'm pretty happy with that at the moment. And hopefully this is having an impact is with the first year riders, we've subsidised the RQCs hugely. We've also given all first year riders a free jockey coaching lesson. I haven't got the numbers to see how many people are taking us up on that, but hopefully that's going down really, really well. So hopefully that's doing something to attract those riders, and with allowance changes, hopefully we're going to retain them that bit longer as well. I think with horse numbers and rider numbers, or genuinely, we can't make any assessment until the end of the season. Anything can happen between now and then. So while it's good news at the moment, I'm not getting too ahead of myself. Let's just see what happens at year end.
Why have you appointed a new marketing executive?
Been asked this quite a few times actually. Basically, the job is too big for one person. It became apparent months and months and months ago that we're doing such a great job from a marketing point of view that it's more than one person. I sat down at one point with Tiggy and went through her job description, and it was almost 2 pages long. So I think that brought home to us pretty quickly. We needed another person. We brought in Jordan. She started 3 weeks ago now. She's doing a really good job so far. So she's been involved in pointing, eventing, pony racing. She's been involved in horses most of her life. She is a trained physiotherapist with horses, equine physiotherapist. So we really like that angle. She's been involved in marketing, a lot of social media. She can see the behind the scenes side of things when it comes to the horses and almost bring that educational piece that we wanted within the PPA. One of the great things as well is we had a short period at the end of last season to try new marketing ideas with the content we were producing. That went down so well, our traffic numbers across web and social increased so much, we were then able to get more money from Levy Board to fund marketing and a lot more money from our national partners. So we've been able to put that towards recruiting a new marketing exec, and the idea of that as well is hopefully our content gets even better, gets them in front of a wider audience, brings more people through the gates at race meetings, but it'll bring more partnership or sponsorship money into us as well, which we can feed all of that back into marketing and hopefully grow the sport. So it becomes self-perpetuating. So really pleased with how she's performing so far and where that fits into our strategy going forward.
And what are your social media statistics looking like?
Really impressive actually so far, and I've just got the latest update figures in front of me. So what we did was we've looked at the figures for January, compared them to the figures for the whole of last year and the figures for the whole of 2024. So just some rough headline ones. So far views for January, 1.6 million in 1 month. That's massive. 2024, we had 850,000 across the whole year. So we've doubled in 1 month what we did in 12 months 2 years ago. And that's already about a quarter of what we did across the whole of 2025. So there's something working. You can see there's an appetite for our content out there. If you look at our reach, again, in the first month, we've had 300,000. 2024 for the whole year, 275,000. So we beat that in 1 month. And 2025, we already achieved a quarter of what we did across the whole year. So I'm delighted with that. Yes, I'm looking forward to seeing whole year figures, but we won't see them for another 11 months.
Some positive comments. William Easterby is a great addition as the new independent board member.
I couldn't agree more. I was absolutely delighted, really, really delighted. I think we had a good number of applications for that position from some really, really strong candidates. There was a good shortlist brought in for interviews with members of the board. And I wasn't involved, but he was very impressive from what I've been told. From what I know of him in my dealings, I think he's exactly what we want. He's forward thinking. He's been involved in pointing and racing all of his life. He's been involved in hunting. He's involved in organising club fixtures. He's obviously related to the Easterbys. I think he's well positioned in Yorkshire to be a spokesman and carry forward the messages to and from Yorkshire. So yeah, I can't wait to start working with him. We have the first board meeting 12th of February and he will be attending. So looking forward to that one. That wasn't too bad for a first week. It will be interesting. Now people have got 2 weeks to email in further questions and comments. But yeah, thank you for that. I look forward to seeing you all in a couple of weeks' time.